and I suspect they will be again tonight, be very vocal. If you take a look at SHAKUR Stevenson as he comes into the ring. And we've got Andre Ward with us, and he is going to help us in this fight, color fight. He's been in the ring talking to the winner, now joining us. And SHAKUR Stevenson and REUBEN Villa. I think we're looking forward to some pretty good action.
Yeah, these two fighters, they got a history. I think this is probably the fourth time that they've met. The stakes have not been higher in any of their fights than it is tonight.
I thought that REUBEN Villa was really pushed by his fans here tonight. We're just sitting off to your right, Andre.
Yeah, he's from California. He's not far from here. That can be a double-edged sword. It is definitely inspiration, but it's also a lot of pressure, especially for a young man like REUBEN.
And they go right to work with no ridiculous entourages in the ring tonight either.
Stevenson in red, Villa in the blue. Sean Reese is our third man in the ring.
And we will, in all of our fights tonight, we're seeing the best amateur referees will have a different ref in every fight tonight.
SHAKUR Stevenson saying that one of the guys he admires, the guy sitting next to us, Andre Ward, because he just likes the way he's fighting. And he said Andre's humble, and I think we can attest to that.
Yeah, SHAKUR is definitely a student of the game. It was similar to the way I was when I was coming up, and I think that contributes to how good a fighter can be. Is does he study the game when he's not actually in the boxing gym or in a boxing ring?
Yeah, and his first name, he's named after. Tupac Shakur.
Tupac Shakur.
Tupac Stevenson in the red.
Right now, SHAKUR is coming out, setting the tone with the jab. He's landing a lot of quick and hard straight left, and right now he has REUBEN Villa kind of, second guessing himself. He can't get off at the moment.
They fought earlier in the week, and Stevenson was a unanimous decision victor. And so that may necessitate some, as we mentioned previously, some sense of adjustment or some sense of changing style.
Good right hand.
It looks, Andre, as though REUBEN wants to be very aggressive in this fight, though.
Yeah, REUBEN is a physically strong kid. You can, look at his legs, look at his arms. He's strong. And that's his style. His style is to press. His style is to land hard shots. But right now, SHAKUR is doing the right thing. He's not giving the stronger, maybe harder puncher trying to think. He's touching him every chance he gets, and he can't figure out what his game plan is because he gets hit every time he thinks about making a move.
I think you can see and hear the decibel level coming up, talking about the fans that Stevenson has here. You can hear them in the background. They're pretty vocal.
Yeah, these are two of the better fighters that have an opportunity to make this team. I mean, again, these guys have history, recent history. They just fought twice within a few months of this big tournament. So they got to taste each other, they got to feel each other. Adjustments need to be made. SHAKUR struck first by winning the first bout, and here they are in the second bout tonight.
You can see a little bit of blackening underneath the right eye of REUBEN Villa. But then again, that's what happens when you're fighting 4 or 5 times in a week.
Yeah, this is 5th bout in a week.
Good jab by Stevenson.
I think Stevenson has the range figured out a little bit better than REUBEN does.
This is a rare sighting for the people who are watching at home. 2 southpaws, 2 left-handed fighters. You don't get to see this very often.
Good stiff right hand, and that's round number 1.
Good action round.
Yeah, don't think anything down here. How much of that in the corner do you absorb? I mean, fighters nod their head, but are they taking it all in on the
Maybe about half of it. Maybe about half of it. Nobody that has the half you need to listen to. That's right.
SHAKUR only 18 years old. How old are you, Andre, when you fought in the Olympics?
20 years old.
20. What's the oldest guy you fought when you were there?
When I was coming up in 04, the open bracket was 17 to 35. So I think I fought in the Nationals against a guy who was actually 35 years old.
Wow.
And was probably one of my toughest fights.
Oh, man.
Casey better.
That's a nice
times the two-fisted attack seems to be more appetizing for younger fighters and older fighters alike. But you can win a fight and you can set so much up with a good jab.
Yeah, he's red in the face of Reuben with that jab. Reuben walking in and paying for it. And I think even Reuben is a little reluctant to walk in like he did in the first round because he's been hit so many times with that jab.
I think you're right.
Good left over the top by Stevenson.
Now Stevenson mixed it up. He dipped to his right there, threw a nice right hand from underneath. A little bit different look from Stevenson. To mention, only 18 years old, but he's well schooled. He had a lot of competition even at the young age. He was a 2014 Youth Olympic Games champion, a Youth World Champion last year. I think what we're seeing right now would be a combination of too much SHAKUR Stevenson and the court pace that he's been on to get to this point, because he's not had easy fights. His style brings wars and toe-to-toe battles on top of him having to make the weight day in and day out. With SHAKUR coming off with a nice two-day rest, and I think we're seeing the difference in this fight right now.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because when you look at Reuben, his face shows the wear and tear this week.
Taking nothing away from Stevenson, he's putting on a boxing clinic right now.
He is. And I said earlier, I really like his spacing. He really understands that. Stays out of range, but gets in range with that jab when he needs to. Good 1-2. Yeah, the crowd's enjoying it.
Of course, Stevenson is fighting with a sense of urgency tonight. I would say SHAKUR looks better than I've seen him this week. He's really looking good.
Right now, all the fighters I've seen this week, he looks the sharpest.
First good combination there by REUBEN Diaz. Got a little rise out of that large fan contingent that he has here. And he's going to have a lot of work to do in that third round.
Well, let's take a look at what happened in the second round.
Diaz was trying to match jabs with SHAKUR Stevenson, but it's tough. You see that beautiful jab snaking out there. It's long and pretty hard. It's very sharp, quick. There it is again.
You know, you mentioned something which really is interesting. I'd like to know the reach of these two guys, because Stevenson looks like he has a reach of about 3 inches advantage. We're ready for the final 3 minutes. These are the Olympic Plan Team Trials, and for these fighters, the road to Rio.
Andre, the United States has had almost no success since you in 2004 when you were there. Did SHAKUR look like the kind of fighter? Again, he's still a baby in terms of age, 18 years old, who could make a mark in the Olympic Games?
I mean, we've definitely not had the success, much success on the men level. Thankfully, our women have done a great job of kind of keeping the United States of America afloat. Clarissa Shields and many others. But yes, I mean, SHAKUR has the pedigree, no question about it. I think we all see it right now. He sees defense, offense. He understands how to win an amateur fight at this level and at the international level. So his body's going to continue to mature as heading into the Olympics, and I think he is our best shot to possibly win a gold medal if he's able to pull this off tonight.
That's a pretty strong endorsement. And what he's showing, I think he deserves it.
But something you also look for in fighters is not always the tangibles, but the intangibles. And you find that SHAKUR, if you followed his career as a kind of a junior Olympic fighter and coming up in the international ranks, he's always shown out and shown his best performances when he needed to the most, namely like tonight.
Well, he sure looks like a confident performer in there. And he looks like a performer in there. I mean, he's gotten right up there and performed very well. This is a really skilled performance.
You know, when you talk about skill, not only offensively, but defensively, Reuben's having a tough time finding.
Reuben is still looking for that one big shot. He's still got a little time. He's looking to land that one big shot. No headgear. And like you guys said, we're experiencing a lot more knockouts without these headgears now. This fight is not over yet.
Right, a little bit of success for VN this last round. Had a good 30 seconds or so right before this.
That overhand left by Stevenson watered the eyes of Villa a little bit. That was a solid shot. Another one. I think Villa really fighting with an empty gas tank right now. He's just trying to draw on anything he can. He looks tired.
He's tired. And defeated.
Rally by Reuben Villa right at the end of the round.
Good round and good aggressive fight, but when you look at SHAKUR Stevenson, he just mastered the art of those 3 rounds and did everything right.
I thought he looked very good. His jab was really sharp tonight. Very, very accurate. Reuben Villa tried to cause him some problems. He came forward, tried to crowd him. It was very difficult to do, though.
Take a look at some of the replays of that 3rd round, and you'll see Stevenson again. I've said it 3 or 4 times, but I really love the distance. He understands that.
Well, he gets that jab working, and then, of course, he can follow up with his left cross. A very sharp, stinging. Now, there's that rally by Villa there late near the round end.
And we are through. Stevenson with a smile on his face. I think he understands that he did everything he was supposed to do.
Well, I just thought that was a very mature performance by him, far beyond his years.
And I was impressed with what Andre said. You know, he could do something. He could make some noise in the Olympics next summer. Well, no surprise to anyone in this house, SHAKUR Stevenson, the 2 of them exchanged pleasantries, talked to one another, and Andre Ward's moving in. He's going to talk to SHAKUR.